They call him the magician. Now, to you, Miss Annette Wachira, I remember before Chan started, we said Kenya is in the group of death. We never thought that Kenya would have made it, would have topped the group, comparing our league with Morocco, Angola, DRC, and of course, Zambia. But we have seen that Kenya is going to the quarterfinals. Now, to you, Miss Annette Wachira, what do you have to say about this squad and, of course, Coach Benni McCarthy?
To start off, the motivation is very high. I mean, if you're making 2.5 million in less than 90 minutes, that is enough motivation for you to give your best. But aside from that, I told a friend of mine, if we lived in a simulation and we were able to give Firat this exact squad, especially against the game against Morocco, with 10 men, and if we were able to simulate that game and give Firat to run the team, I don't think we would have been able to recreate the scoreline. So I think for me, the biggest man after the motivation is Benni McCarthy. He's a tactical mastermind. I've said that over and over again. The game against Morocco, we all expected that he would start his fire lineup, Omija, Sylvester, Aboud, Sakari, but he changed everyone, I think, and he only retained 3 players. Mansour, he retained Sylvester and the keeper. So you can imagine a coach who has inspired that much confidence in a team that is able to rotate all the players. And you know, in tournaments, you talk about something like tournament fitness, meaning if you start the games, you're able to build confidence through the tournament. So for him to inspire confidence in the players, in the middle of the tournament, unaingia game 3 and you win against the hardest team. So I think for me, the winner in this tournament is Benni. And then aside from that, yes, we were in the group of death, but what I've come to realize is that these teams, if you look at them away from their superstars, we're all on the same league. Like, you cannot come again and say, they're better than us. Look at Uganda, look at the league they're playing. They're topping their group ahead of Algeria, ahead of South Africa. So you can imagine that these teams, away from their superstars, it's like we're all at the same level. So I imagine that people are looking at Morocco because they got to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. But aside from their star players, the likes of Kina Hakimi, we're all on the same level. And even as we progress to the semi-final, I think we stand a chance. In fact, mimi nimesema tutafika finals. Now what happens in the finals is a game of luck. So congrats to Benni McCarthy for being able to understand his players and be one with his players. I think some of us have attended their training sessions and you can see the kind of love yenye iko kwa your team. Also, congratulations to Ryan Ogam. Your left yake ni very serious. Like every time, and I remember tukiwa kwa stands, we were screaming because every time the ball comes to Ryan Ogam and it's on his right foot, he has to keep turning. But the minute he gets it on his left bow. And for Austin, I think a lot of players and a lot of us who watch Kenya Premier League know that Austin is very good, technically good in front of goal, but when it comes to defense, hapo ndo shida yake inakuanga. And that's why you've seen every time there is a hard game, we are 10 down, the first substitution is Austin. And that's a big wake-up call, because what you are seeing is that Benni McCarthy is able to identify player weaknesses. Look at Sakari. Sakari ametolewa left back. Siku hizi anaingia kama sabu wa winger. So Benni McCarthy is able to identify the weaknesses of a player and use it to his advantage. And what can we say?
Sema 2.5 ndio motivation. Now, to Innocent Motiso, disclaimer tafadhali, don't talk about yesterday's game 6:30. We are focusing on Harambee Stars right now. Sawa, we'll come to that baadaye, all right? Now,